Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Tuesday, January 4th. So today we have the moon in Aquarius pretty much all day, but the moon is going to kind of go void, of course, around 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be locking into Piscean energy early Wednesday morning. So we do get the bulk of the day with this Aquarian energy. And of course, Mercury just moved into Aquarius. So there is big thoughts, big energy, big feels, a big attempt to get our heart and our head back on the same page. So we have 6 different aspects taking place here today, a quiet day, if you will, and 6 of them involve the moon. So we have to understand that the moon in Aquarius is emotionally detached for our intellectual progress, meaning sometimes we're too close to things. We have too many thoughts and feelings about our situations in life that we can't think clearly. We can't push the boundaries of our thoughts, of our ideas. And so the moon in Aquarius creates this nice little buffer zone where we're a little bit cold, we're a little bit detached, where we're not all up in our feels, so that we can see our situations objectively instead of emotionally, and we can come up with some very interesting solutions to some long-standing problems. The moon is going to semi-square Neptune right out of the gate, and this is a little bit of a tension point because the moon in Aquarius is more on the practical and intellectual side. And of course, that Neptune energy is on the mystical and intuitive side. And right now, we're kind of at odds with one another. Our egoic selves, our rational, practical, logical selves want to make sense of what it is that we're thinking, what it is that we're feeling, what it is that we're currently dealing with in our physical realms. But that Neptune energy kind of wants us to think of the possibilities, to see the magic, to see where it is that our intuition knows something that our critical minds and our critical perspectives can't quite grasp as of yet. So we do see and feel this push and pull within us because one part of us wants to lean all the way into just believing that everything is going to work out, that magic is possible, that we're going to end up in a better situation than what it is that we could even possibly think of from our intellect. And of course, the other part of us just wants to stay in this physical realm of what is actually possible, not dependent on magic and not dependent on our intuition, and really just try to break things down and make sense of the details currently being presented. Now, the moon is going to sextile Chiron, the wounded healer. And this is really actually a really good energy because, like I said, the moon in Aquarius, we're not as emotionally attached to our situations than we would be in any other sign, which means that we're able to act as the observer and we're downloading huge amounts of insight from our higher intellect on where it is that we're actually making some strides, where it is that we've actually seen the growth, where it is that we're actually seeing where we are healing certain emotions and certain thoughts within us. The moon is going to get a little bit of a reality check, though, because the moon in Aquarius is going to square Uranus, and Uranus rules over Aquarian energy. So the square is a tension point. It's a conflict, but it has to happen in order for a great change and transformation to actually take place. The moon in Aquarius is trying to figure out what it is we actually need emotionally, what it is we crave. And right now we want to detach, we want distance, we want independence, we want freedom. And of course, that Uranian energy is retrograde in Taurus. And this is a huge, huge amount of thoughts coming in the mental plane, a little bit of confusion taking place because, of course, that Tauran energy is all about relationships. It's all about routine. It's all about our own worth, our own value, what it is we want to be doing with our time, energy, and attention here in this physical realm. And many of us don't feel like we have the space or the freedom to actually be taking advantage of what it is we want to be doing it in life and who we want to be doing it with. Now, the moon is going to conjunct, come up to, sit next to, partner up with Saturn, the Lord of Karma, who is in Aquarius. Now, this is likely going to be a time where we're going to feel the weight of the world on our shoulders. Saturn energy is very connected to the roles and responsibilities, the commitments that we have in life. Because it's an Aquarian energy, we're definitely more focused on our social obligations, what is expected of us as part of a society or a bigger group, a bigger network. And right now, the moon in Aquarius just wants to be left alone. Yes, we do care about other people, but we want to care about other people from a distance right now. We don't want to be all up in it. We sure as hell don't want to be networking or having to be, social. We kind of want to revert right now. And because of that, we're feeling that push and pull. We're feeling the weight on our shoulders, and we can really be at odds with our emotions right now because they're conflicting with the obligations that we feel that we currently have to live up to. Now, the moon is going to bump into the sun in not the nicest way. And let me tell you, this is likely going to manifest in our physical realms as an outside activator, a situation that is going to take place that is going to give us a choice point. When the moon bumps into the sun, it literally is the moon, which is our emotional, unconscious self, very much attached to the past. We have the sun, our life force energy, where our energy attention is needed in order to make a change, in order for us to transform into who it is that we need to be in order to create these new systems and structures in order to house the dreams and the visions that we're looking to manifest. So this outside trigger, this outside activation, whatever this case may be, it could be maybe your plans go awry, maybe somebody comes out of the woodwork, maybe somebody says something that triggers you. It is going to come from an external influence. It's not something happening inside of us, but we're going to be given a choice point. Are we going to fall victim to acting out, speaking out, feeling the same way that we always have because of our old self-attachment, our ego identity attachment? Or are we going to recognize that this is an opportunity to do something different, to build a new reactive pattern to these types of situations? The sun is in Capricorn, so we're thinking long term, right? So if I react to this situation the way that I've already reacted to it, is this going to change the path, the course that I am looking to follow in order to manifest a new reality? Probably not. Sounds like you're recreating old realities if you're falling victim to the same way of behaving. So this is going to give us a choice point on what vibration, what frequency we're actually going to respond with when we have this outside activation and trigger. Now, this is a good sign because the moon is going to sextile with Mars. Mars rules over our physical energy, our drive, our willpower, our discipline. Mars is in Sagittarius, some very fiery, restless energy over there. We want to take strides in order to jump into a new path, to embark on a new adventure. We see the bigger, brighter horizon that lays before us, and we're aligning to a new truth, a new meaning, a new purpose. And so what I will say is that the choice point that we were just presented with by an outside activator will likely bode very well for many of us to choose to be different, to choose the higher path, to choose to align to our intuition and take an action on reacting or responding in a different way than our old self would have. And this is going to set us up for a huge validation point, sending this sign, this symbol to the universe that guess what? We have an awareness. We're acting as the observer, and we're choosing to direct our physical energy in a path and in a way that is more aligned with the horizon of the dreams and the goals that we're looking to manifest so that we can bust away and break away from the old patterns, the old energy, the old behavior of our old reality.